For lesson 6-5, we are still going to be continuing to work with proportions, dealing with similar figures, but working with them with word problems. Yesterday, you worked with figures, shapes, triangles, quadrilaterals with missing side lengths. Now, again, we're going to go back to some word problems, basically dealing with the same concept. So it says a model plane is 2 inches tall. If it was built with a scale of 1 inch equals 9 feet, and we can use this scale right here and write it as a ratio. So I'm going to write 1 inch over 9 feet. Okay, and that's equal to this ratio here. Now we have this number, 2 inches tall. Again, you need to match corresponding parts. So if it says 1 inch, we would put 2 inches right here on top. Okay, and then my missing number is going to be how tall is the real plane. So feet goes with the feet. Now we can go ahead and cross multiply. So 1 times x, that works out really nice. I'm just going to have x, and 2 times 9 is 18, and my missing unit here would be feet. All right, so 18 feet. It would be helpful here if, since this is a word problem, if you said 18 feet tall. Now, we'll go ahead and try the next example. It says a model rocket is a scale of 1 inch to 3 feet. So again, 1 inch to 3 feet equals, and I get my line ready for the next one. Now, you know actually that inches are going to be up here and feet are going to be here. So we can go ahead and get those all lined up. If the model rocket is 3 inches tall, so we know that the 3 goes right there, then how tall is the real rocket? Again, this is going to be x. So we can cross multiply. Again, 1 times x works really nicely, and 3 times 3 is 9. And our missing label here would be our feet, and we might want to say feet tall. All right. If an 8-foot tall cardboard box, so it's 8 feet tall, casts a 4-foot long shadow, then how long is the shadow that 18-foot tall statue casts? Okay, so we need to say that we have an 8-foot tall. I'm just going to put 8t for tall over 4, and I'm going to actually write shadow. Okay, just to kind of label that there. And then I have, it says, how long is the shadow? Again, we're going to put shadow down here where we don't know. And it says an 18-foot tall statue. So I'm going to put 18t for tall. So I'm looking for the x height of the shadow. So we can go ahead and cross multiply. I'm going to get 8x is equal to 4 times 18. If you need to, you could always use a calculator for these problems. So we can say 4 times 18, and that equals 72. And then divide both sides by 8. And we're going to get x equals 9. Now, we do need to find out what our units are. So that'd be 9 feet, and that's for the shadow, 9-foot shadow. Okay, trying the next one. It says a 3-foot tall bird bath casts a 2-foot long shadow. So I'm going to say 3 feet tall bird bath, and it's a 2-foot shadow. So again, these labels here are just to help me get things lined up. I know that I'm going to have a shadow on the bottom, and I'm going to have the tall part on the top. It says then, how tall is a telephone booth that casts a 6-foot shadow? So the 6 goes with the shadow. I'm looking for how tall is the telephone booth. So cross multiply, I get 2x is equal to 18. Divide both sides by 2. I get x is equal to 9 feet tall. Okay, so again, just writing these little labels down here kind of just helps me stay organized as I'm working through the problem. All right, San Jose and Johnstown are 5 centimeters apart on the map. That has a scale of 1 centimeter is equal to 4 kilometers. So how far apart are the real cities? Well, I'm going to put 1 centimeter and 4 kilometers. And so obviously I'm going to put centimeters on the top and kilometers on the bottom. And so I have 5 centimeters and x kilometers is what we're looking for. So cross multiply, and I get x is equal to 20. Again, here's my label, 20 kilometers. That's how far those two cities are apart in real life using this scale and this information. So a map has a scale of 1 centimeter is equal to 14 kilometers. If Rivertown and Franklin are 2 centimeters apart on the map, then how far apart are the real cities? So again, just write your scale, 1 centimeter and 14 kilometers is equal to 2 centimeters and x kilometers. So now we can go ahead and cross multiply. It does always work out nicely when we do 1 times x, and then we just get x is equal to 28. And we're looking for kilometers. So whenever you have 1 up here being multiplied with x, it's nice because you won't have to do the second step, which divide by the coefficient. So what this says is 2 centimeters on the map would equal 28 kilometers, which makes sense. 1 centimeter is 14 kilometers, so 2 would be double that. So that's your last example for lesson 6-5. You can also check the answer key if you have any questions with the homework.